season ended today, and it's not going to. We still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Get wide. Check. Zero. Check. Hey, it's the motion. Watch them. Drill right. 22.
Throwing again on second down. Stafford. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And an alley to run. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 11th touchdown of the year as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game?
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Mike, 58, right there. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
On first down, it's Cohen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Check 43. Hey, ball. 22 jet bomber.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he's a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. He's got Burton here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Here we go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Hey. I got motion.
2nd and 5 now. Stafford caught by Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line.
32.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
All right, boys, here we go.
Throwing a Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
59. They can't hang with that. Drill right, 22. Pro team spill. Hey, high 7.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
A gain of 20 on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Ready. Get it, 20. Watch it.
17-0 our score after 1.
Bears 17. Lions nothing.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
61, matchbox lights.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up, because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Lock in.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
They will get 4 yards yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Tackle made there by Jonathan Cyprien. From just shy of midfield, Trubisky, the screen pass here to Cohen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On first down, Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Play action. Now Trubisky. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Yeah, that's caught for a Bear touchdown. It's the tight end, Trey Burton. Trey Burton, his 6th touchdown of the season as the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
He finds an opening past the 40. Touchdown, Detroit. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now Cohen slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Yellow 80! 53! Ready! Hey!
After the interception, here's Stafford. And he'll find Hall. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here, 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all. Hey, Charlie. These babies cry all the way back home. 58 for Mike.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Khalil Mack racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Kill. Ran, talk. Alert.
They go play action with Trubisky. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's Trubisky. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right?
And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Alert.
Trubisky gives to Cohen, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. And with just 4 seconds left in this 1st half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the 2nd half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Trubisky to throw. Flush to his right. Now Trubisky lost the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Stay 50, stay 50. Quick 20. Check. General West. Quick the edge. Go. Monday. He's checking. Hey.
Now a first down carry by Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
At the 17-yard line.
Say. Shoot. Hey, easy.
Again, it's Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Third down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
Brings up 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, seam 6. Hurry.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And he is all the way up past the 25. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
18.
From the 29, Trubisky gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, but it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Jones. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball, creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
You go tight. You got two draw perfect.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
59. Check 31. Check 31.
On first down, Stafford here. Flushed out right. He completes it to Jones. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Lady! Go 50 extra money. Hey, let's get this, Hey.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line, because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. He's got Curse. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner, Kyle Fuller. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup.
Oh, wide open, complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 83 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll run it with Jones. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly. And rode him right out of bounds.
White, 10.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Here we go.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Tighten up. Check 52.
Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. And he's going to go down again. Khalil Mack. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. And he slings one that's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage.
Oh, Cohen lost the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Trubisky will throw. And that is incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Airing one deep for Curse. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Yet another interception. 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterback to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Check in. Double dog. That's the way. Check. Alert. Check. Crunch.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And an alley to run. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, ball. 18.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let... And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner, Kyle Fuller. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Right, 80. Alert.
You got nothing. Switch.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Now Trubisky to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Let's go.
A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. Oh, he stays up. And a big loss loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. This is Cullen. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Now Trubisky. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Deshaun Hand able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So this one in the win column for the Chicago.